Greetings everyone. In this video I would like to take you through my trials and tribulations with trying to find a true Corydoras eques. Those of you who have kept Corydoras before probably know that Corydoras eques is a holy grail of, at least it used to be a holy grail of Corydoras fish keeping, and it's a really beautiful species of Corydoras with these vibrant colors, this orange line on its head, and this metallic green color all over its body. And this is Corydoras eques is something that I craved for quite a few years, and I've never seen them on the suppliers, on the sellers lists. So I've never seen them sold in local fish stores. So this is something that I have been looking for quite a few years, and that's why I was so excited when I finally saw apparently true Corydoras eques for sale at one of the online fish stores. Those of you who have watched the previous video on my channel probably remember that I showed you some really tiny little Corydoras which I have received recently, and which were sold to me as Corydoras eques. Quite a few of you commented that these are not Corydoras eques, which I absolutely agree with, and I contacted the seller and I told them that these are not Corydoras eques, and they have kindly agreed to send me as replacements adults of a true correct species, as they said, of Corydoras eques. I waited for the shipment and had a lot of expectations because the photos on their website actually were of the true Corydoras eques. I'm expecting quite a lot from this shipment, and the shipment has finally arrived, and without any further ado, let's have a look at what's inside. So we got the fish, let's get them opened. Heat packs are cold. Well, they're slightly warmish, to be fair. So unfortunately Tropco never uses styrofoam boxes inside a cardboard box, so that's just a cardboard box, not particularly thick one, just I would say a thin cardboard box. For anyone who moved houses recently or anytime at all, you would know that this cardboard box would be classified as thin. There is a layer of protective paper. And there is kind of one larger bag with smaller bags inside. So we'll open the larger bag first. And these are supposed to be Corydoras eques. There should be 8 of them. Okay, one of the bags. They are alive. Let's check the temperature. 19.5. It's not too bad actually, considering that last time it was colder. 19 degrees. $20 degrees, not bad at all. Are these true Corydoras eques? I don't think so, to be honest. They look very much like Corydoras concolor to me, but they're still stressed out. Let's give them a chance, let's acclimate them. Are these Corydoras eques? I have lots of doubts. The base color looks potentially similar, but the head color, it doesn't have any orange on it. I'm more and more convinced that these are actually Corydoras concolor, because concolor, males of Corydoras concolor, they have this quite high caudal fin, and this is what I see in here. I don't see any orange on the head of this fish, so far I would say that these are slate cories or Corydoras concolor, definitely not Corydoras eques. Alright, so it's been a few days. I've kept this new Corydoras in quarantine for a few days, which was my mistake actually, but I don't have a sufficiently large tank to quarantine them longer, so I've added them to this tank downstairs in my fish room, where I have a collection of various Corydoras, mostly my Corydoras multiradiatus and a few juvenile Corydoras duplicareus. This is a temporary holding tank before I set up our display tank where all of these fish will eventually go to. So now I can say with 100% certainty that these are not Corydoras eques. You can see them swimming up front. I've thrown some bloodworm. It's still defrosting, but they can smell it, so they are very active. Apologies for reflection. There is absolutely no other way to film this fish tank in here. And yes, so these are adult Corydoras concolor. That's nearly 100% sure. Just like the juveniles I've previously received, they are the same species. And yeah, I don't, well, of course, Corydoras concolor are cheaper, and I paid way more for this fish because I expected them to be Corydoras eques, but they are not. So that's a disappointment. I don't mind this fish being Corydoras concolor actually, because they're very active and beautiful fish overall. Definitely not Corydoras eques, but still nevertheless beautiful fish. What I do mind is that, just like juveniles, they arrived with heavy infestation of internal worms, some sort of a flagellates or something of that kind. I can say because they have completely sunken bellies. They feed well, but they all have sunken bellies. One of them didn't make it. Just today I found one of the females dead, and I actually started deworming them quite a while. When they arrived, and they're still passing through the course of dewormers. I bought a flubendazole based dewormer just now because it will be a bit stronger than the other dewormer which I'm using, which is just malachite green based medicine. And Corydoras usually are quite sensitive to dewormers, but they normally react well to flubendazole based dewormers, so I'm hoping that flubendazole will make a change here. I have some levamisole which I would use if things will go really bad, because levamisole definitely would kill off all the internal worms, but it's also quite well, it's quite a strong medicine, and it might have a negative effect on some fish. In a way, I'm glad that my Corydoras multiradiatus are also here, so I can deworm them at the same time, because they are wild caught fish, and most likely they have some sort of internal parasites as well. And yes, overall these are beautiful fish. They are unfortunately sick because they all have flat sunken bellies, which is the most obvious sign of them having internal parasites. They are feeding well, but I have no clue whether I would be able to successfully deworm them without actually killing all of them, because one of them clearly did not respond well to the treatment, to the medicine, so I picked up a dead female this morning. The rest of them are still lively, do not look lethargic or do not look in any way sick. It's very difficult to film anything in here because of reflections, but you can see how active all the fish are. Yes, they smell the bloodworms in here, so that's what makes them so active, but nevertheless, these are beautiful school of Corydoras, which I'm hoping I would be able to bring back to good health, but it is very unfortunate because not only I did not receive a correct Corydoras eques, for which I actually paid the full price, but also I received fish that are sick, that have internal parasites, which were clearly not dewormed by the seller. So yeah, that's a learning curve, I guess. I will never order anything from that seller again, and that seems to be actually the largest online fish store in the UK, and with seemingly good reputation, but in reality, yeah, you can see here how flat and sunken their bellies are. And it's not because they're hungry. I'm feeding them several times per day. They eat all sort of frozen foods, dry foods, all sort of things, but they are clearly sick and they clearly have internal parasites. So that's basically why they're so thin. My Corydoras multiradiatus are actually do not have flat bellies, but they are wild caught fish, and I bought them from a seller, well, which is a better quality seller, but still I don't know whether they have been properly dewormed, and now is a chance to deworm them actually. So that's basically my experience with Corydoras eques, which are clearly not Corydoras eques, and I don't think I'm willing to invest more time, more nerves, and more money into trying to buy again something online without seeing it with my own eyes. Probably for now I will stop my search for the true Corydoras eques. If I manage to see them in a local fish store or in a fish store somewhere else, and then I would buy them personally. I will not order Corydoras eques online anymore, because that's been enough. I hope you liked this brief video, and yes, leave your comments in the comment section, and yeah, what do you think about this Corydoras? Would you agree with me that these are definitely not Corydoras eques as well? So I'll see you soon.